Came up in this bitch like, yeah, I'm tight, man. Good night, stop with me. Gave me 4 charms, so you got love with me. I'm a bad, so you want mini. Got that big cat, get back. Call me Billie Jean, I got that click clack. All these raps, well, I am that alarm. Get off smooth. They think that I'm off, cause I got the short fuse. If I hit them with the bars, but they gon' bruise. Oh, it's rapping, they hooking, they gon' tripping for nothing. I'm not the type to love, I'll take the money, won't go. I'ma hit these bitches with child support. Carry you for 9 months, that's child support. And you couldn't even have my back support. Hold me down like a steam. Niggas tryna get me. Hit him with the timing. Nigga go ghost. You would think she gave me by the way I make a choke. Billie Jean, not so sick, but you hit me right back. You took me on the trip. You looked up on me and called me baby. I guess this thing got the two acting crazy. Billie Jean, not so sick, but you hit me right back. You took me on the trip. You looked up on me and called me baby. I guess this thing got the two acting crazy. MJ, King of Pop. You talking about to make me get in pop. I said I'm only 26 with a fucking Glock. You can tell I'm the praise by the things I rock. Don't like me, but when I be just like me, that sound like me. If it's smoke, spike me. No, it's pricey. Cash app, when I catch that, don't write me. First class, with a trip just to sightsee. Movie, because I'm like Spike Lee. Can't be the baby, don't make the baby. Man, I'm hella cool, but man, I'm hella shady. So I heard they said Billie Jean kinda crazy. You pay me, that's how you made me. In my time, now I call me Pinterest. I can break your she can speak no dentist. Chanel on my lips, my teeth, it's expensive. Billie Jean got a lip cake like an icy. Billie Jean hit it quick like a master. Billie Jean, I said swiping, no swiping. Billie Jean, I'm gonna walk to the bank. Billie Jean, got a quick feet blank. Billie Jean, not so shit, but you hit me right back. We on trip, you left up on me and called me baby. I guess this thing like the two acting crazy.
What's up, y'all? We about to get started, people. What's up? What's up? What's up? How is everybody doing tonight? How are ya? We got all the people up in the building. We got Dove Angel. We got Kayla. We got Tori. We got Charlotte. What's up, Charlotte? What's up, guys? Like this video. What? Stripes on his ass. You can call this pussy brother. Hey. 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 What? 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 Then you talk about my nigga. Try to beat it like a fiddler. Sorry. It is fake abuse. And it's just to break the news. Say what? Talk shit about Michael get snatched up. Bang, bang. Fake motherfuckers did this because they bankrupt.
Get back, call me Billie Jean, I got that click clack. All these rap deep, well I am that alarm. Get off snooze, or they think that I'm off cause I got a short fuse. If I hit them with the bars, but they gon' bruise. Ooh, cause while they hooking, they really tripping for nothing. I'm not the type to love them, I take the money over. I'ma hit these niggas with child support. Carried you for 9 months, that's child support. And you couldn't even have my back support. Hold me down like a steam, niggas trying to get me. Hit him with the timing, make nigga go ghost. You would think she gave me by the way I make a choke. Billie Jean, not your chick, but you hit me right back. You took me on them trips, then you loved up on me and called me baby. I guess this thing got the two acting crazy. Billie Jean, not
Hey
your
guys,
chick.
it's Kingofpopradio. Look who I'm with.
I'm Prince, and this is Kingofpopradio.
Crazy.
Okay, what's up, everybody? What is up? How the F are you doing today? How the F are we doing, people? So today, y'all really gonna like today's part. I cut my nap short. I could not miss this. Girl, you don't want to miss this. This is literally like one of my best fan fictions. So you guys definitely don't want to miss out on this, okay? So look, we just gonna jump right into the story. Oh, I forgot to turn my camera on. Okay, my camera's on today, you guys. Okay, I'm sorry. I just been shy lately and I wasn't feeling it and stuff like that. But I'm here now, bitch, and my camera's on. So what's up, y'all? How y'all been doing? I missed y'all so much and everything like that. We need a little more light. It's a little, you know, I'm dark skinned. Now you know I'm dark skinned. You better turn that light on. God damn it. Trying to be shady to me. What do they want to be shady to me for? I just don't understand it. Okay, hoes. So where we gonna pick up at? Okay, before we're gonna pick up on this. We're gonna pick up on this. So we picking up on chapter 5, and chapter 5 is literally called a new chapter. Okay, and this it's called the new chapter because it's a new chapter. Zal is called a new chapter, but you're gonna see why, because things about to change for the great. Okay, so we left off with Miss Billie Jean and Michael did, you know what, DoorDash and commercials. We not gonna do that. We not gonna do that today because y'all don't pay me. Okay, so when you want to start paying me, that's when you can start putting commercials on. But other than that, okay, you're not gonna be cutting me off when I'm talking, nigga. Okay, anywho, so chapter 5, a new chapter. We left off with Miss Billie Jean. Okay, so basically, let's go run from the top. Billie Jean was an ordinary groupie as hell. Okay, she was an ordinary groupie, and you know what I'm saying. She basically stalked Michael Jackson. She went to every concert that she could get her hands on, child. Okay, hold on, a girl got wine today. Your sis got the wine today. We're not playing no game. So she was a regular groupie girl. You know what I'm saying? And she came to every concert, every show that Michael had, and somehow, some way, she made her way backstage. Okay, she made her way backstage, and when she finally got the opportunity, she gave Michael some sloppy toppy. She did. She gave him a little sloppy toppy, and she kind of turned them out a bit. Okay, so what happened was Michael was strung out off of this girl, you know, because she gave him sloppy toppy, and she kind of just left after that. Like, she ain't say nothing, like she ain't like get into the tea or nothing like that. She just, okay, sloppy toppy, boop, 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 and then she just left. Okay, she didn't, what this child? Okay, so any man would be like, well, wait a minute, what's your number? You just go up and leave. So that's the tea. Okay, so now the next time Miss Billie Jean thought she was just gonna come up there and whoop whoop and bob and weave, okay? Michael said, look, hold on, sit your ass down. What you're not gonna do is keep coming up here bobbing and weaving and just dipping. I don't know what that's about. That's a little strange if you ask me. Okay, now the truth is, Billie Jean really likes Michael. She's been a fan of Michael her whole life. But her mom taught her that sex and using her body to get what she wants from a man was the way out. Okay? Was the way to get the bag. Okay? So that's what Billie Jean did. And her goal was to make Michael fall in love with her and go crazy over her so she could get his money. Okay? But what she didn't know is that it was going to affect her. Okay? It was going to affect her because she actually ended up catching feelings for Michael. Okay, so this is the tea. Okay, so moral of the story, don't be bobbing and weaving on, okay, all anybody did because you're going to get attention. Then next thing you know, you got nut on your face. Okay? Oh, sorry, this is rated R. Okay, this is rated R, rated M for mature. Okay? You must be 21 years of age and older. Okay? I might take 19, but that's still pushing it because it's very explicit. Very explicit. Okay, so yes, rated mature content only. Okay, so don't come up in here if you ain't got no business. All right, now, so moral of the story: don't bother weave on anybody DICKKK. Okay, just don't do it. Okay, we gonna go into chapter 5. Okay, and also I will be bringing the instrumentals in and out. Okay. She said, bottoms up, yo, bottom up. That's so good. You ever drink something so good, just make your nipples hard? Okay, anywho. Yes, Billie Jean. What's up, Shatora? I'm glad to see you in the beauty store. LOL. He sucked his finger in her mouth, and she said, "What's my name?" He sure did. He sure did. But we're gonna start this chapter, y'all. So it's gonna be a little bit of acting, a little bit of music. It's gonna be a little bit of everything today. Okay. Come on. I need the letters to be bigger on the screen. I'm kind of blind. Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go. Ready? So this is the next day after they did the thing that they did. Okay. This is the next day. So Erica woke up in the middle of the night and she was startled to be in someone's arms. So Erica wake up basically like, hold up, Chad, who is this? What in the world? She is bewildered. Okay, that's not a word. Don't ever use that word in your life. She's bewildered. I think that one is a word, bewildered. She's confused. Okay, she's just like, what in the Billie Jean is I'm doing in this man's bed? Okay, she quickly sat up and noticed she was naked. She quickly covered her chest and looked over at the form next to her. She realized it was Michael, sleeping so peacefully next to her. His face was so peaceful, his hair was curly and stuck on his face from last night's actions. And his chest was rising and falling ever so softly. So she kind of just looking at him, child, like, ooh, what is this Michael Jackson in the bed with me, child? Ooh. Okay. Erica took a deep breath and smiled a bit. She felt happy, but it was a little strange to her. She never felt like this before. Erica went to lay back down and cuddle into Michael for the safe feeling again, but was stopped by the words of her mother coming back to her. So remember, her mama wasn't necessarily the best mom in the world, okay? She didn't really have the best mama. Mama wasn't that good, okay? So she basically, as she go to kind of get in Michael's arms and, his curly hair just stuck to him from sweating and doing the most, child, she kind of just get a feeling of, dang, like I can't be here with him because I can't fall in love. You know what I'm saying? Because my mama told me, am I ashy? I feel like I'm ashy. Hold on, I need lotion. Wait, bitch, I need lotion. Hold on, don't judge me. You know you've been ashy before. Don't be coming for me in the comments. Okay? So at this point, her mama words is just running through her head, child. Just running all through her head. Like, oh my goodness, my mama told me not to be falling in love with these niggas. Like, that's what my mama said. My mama said, don't be falling for these niggas, okay? It don't matter who it is, bitch. Don't be falling in love with these niggas, okay? So, now, her mama's words kind of played in her head. Baby, you don't want to fall in love. It'll get you hurt or killed. Love is something you should always avoid. She stared at him as her mother's words ran through her head. She felt such a connection to Michael, and she felt so ashamed to be in love with him. Erica slowly slid out of the bed and put Michael's shirt on as she walked into another room. Ooh, excuse me. Wine make me burp sometimes. I don't know about y'all. Ooh, what MJ song you think is underrated? Off the wall, definitely. Erica slowly slid out of the bed and put Michael's t-shirt on. As she walked to the room, weighing her options, tears started to run down her face because she knew she couldn't love him. She pulled at her hair and got down on her knees. Damn it, she whispered. After a few minutes, she got back up, got dressed, and she knew she couldn't leave him like that, so she decided to write him a note. She grabbed her bag and quietly left in the middle of the night, but not before taking one last look at his sleeping frame. So basically, at this point, Erica's like, yeah, I gotta go because I can't be falling for these niggas. Like, I can't just be falling for these niggas. These niggas ain't shit. I can't just be falling that love and stuff. I just can't be falling in love with these niggas. So she packed her stuff and kind of left in the middle of the night. Okay, now this is the next day. Okay, so Michael woke up around noon the next morning with a smile on his face. So this nigga happy. He just got some good stuff. He laying in bed with a bad bitch. He is excited. Okay? So Michael woke up around noon the next morning with a smile on his face. He had felt so much love that night before and wanted to tell Erica how he felt. He rolled over but was met with an empty bed. That didn't take his smile away though. He assumed maybe she went to the bathroom. God, this girl, she's always on the move, he chuckled to himself, then pulled on his underwear and was headed to the bathroom when he noticed her clothes, bag, and shoes were gone. Okay? Michael felt a pain in his chest, and his smile fell as he looked around the empty hotel room. She was gone. How could this be? He gave his all that night before, and he even told her that he loved her. Anger ran all through his body. How could she do this to me? I told her that I loved her, and she left. She left again. In his anger, he grabbed a random bottle on the table and threw it at the wall. He ran a hand through his hair and sighed. He walked all around the room as tears ran down his face, trying to find out why he wasn't good enough for this girl who came into his life and made him fall madly in love with her. He told himself to hate her from now on. He just could not take it. Okay? All right. As he walked around, he noticed there was a piece of paper in the shards of glass. He walked over and carefully grabbed the paper and read it. Okay, so basically she left him a letter. Okay? As if that's gonna do, look, if we get some good stuff and we doing the thing, and then you think you just go up and leave a chick, you got the game all the way twisted. You ain't gonna just leave me like that up in there like, what you think this is, nigga? Like, See, Billie Jean is wrong. She's wrong. You should never leave a man after making sweet love. You should never, ever leave a man like that. Like, see, I don't like her. Okay, so it's a letter. She left him a letter. Okay? Leave. Have him then since Erica don't appreciate. Right, I'll take him since you don't want to appreciate him. Okay? So this is the letter. Dear Michael, I'm sorry I had to do this, but I just can't love you. I'm afraid to love you. Last night meant everything to me. I'll never forget what we shared, and I thank you for being so kind to me, but I just can't be ... Love, Billie Jean. Okay? So this is what she did. Hey, Janessa, Mr. Everything, just get it off the phone with my aunt Deborah. Hello, everyone. Hey, boo, you didn't miss much. So basically, I'm gonna run it back for you. So basically, Erica Billie Jean, after they done did it, and she slept in the bed with him through the night, she kind of slipped out in the middle of the night because she just can't take it. She felt like there's too much emotion, there's too much going on. What's the tea, child? Can't breathe. It's too much happening. I don't want to fall in love with you. Okay, so that's how she feel right now. She don't want to fall in love, so she kind of just sneak out in the middle of the night. Okay, so Michael read the note over and over again. He sat on the couch and put his head in his hands. As his anger slowly disappeared, he cried for a while, but before he whispered, I understand, Billie Jean. I understand, but I love you. Okay? So Michael figured to himself he loved her. He thinks he loves her. He loves her. Okay? So now we're going to skip ahead. I need the instrumental. Let me see what instrumental I want to use. Okay, so we're going to fast forward. Okay? We're going to fast forward time. It's 5 years later, everybody. Remember, this is 5 years later. Okay? So it's 5 years since he's seen Billie Jean, heard from Billie Jean, anything with Billie Jean. Y'all not going to do me with these commercials. Y'all not going to do me with these commercials. Bitch, they said not one commercial, but two. I don't have patience. Okay. So this is bad era now. Okay? It's bad era. It is bad era now. 5 years done passed. Can you see this hoe in 5 years, y'all? 5 measly years, okay? 5 years had passed since Michael seen Erica. After that night, he surrounded himself with his art, vowing that he would never let another woman hurt him again. But in those 5 years, Michael changed, and not by his own doing. Michael's vitiligo had took over his entire body, and he was burned during a Pepsi commercial accident. The world seemed to be only focused on that aspect of his life, so he drowned it out with his music. Even though his life was hard, he showed everyone who Michael Jackson really was and what he stood for. He donated to charities and made light out of important issues. Michael even wanted everyone to come to his first ever solo concert, no matter the person. So, with a very hard discussion and arguing, every show during the bad tour was only $20 a pop, no questions asked. The world was finally looking up for Michael, but little did he know his life was about to change forever. Okay? Across town in a tiny little house was Erica. She was in the kitchen making snacks for a road trip she was about to take. Once she was done and put them in a lunchbox, then grabbed her purse. Okay, come on, Maddie. She pulled her hair up into a curly ponytail. A little girl runs into her room holding her teddy bear. I'm ready. Erica picked up her daughter and then they got into the car. She had gotten free tickets for a concert, so she decided to take her little girl with her. After an almost 3-hour drive, they arrived to the venue. My gosh, there's so many people here. She parked her car, then helped her little girl get out of the car. Are you ready to have some fun, baby girl? Maddie bounced up and down. Yes, mommy. Erica walked her into the venue and got their seats. She started looking around and noticed people wearing Michael Jackson t-shirts. Feeling slightly uncomfortable. Gosh, this is supposed to be a Whitney concert, she thought to herself. But she just shook that away, thinking maybe it's just a coincidence. As time went on, Erica noticed more and more people with Michael shirts on. It started to click to her what was going on. Okay, Maddie, let's go. Get your things. The child nodded and looked around. Wait, Mommy, I can't find my teddy bear. The little girl's big brown eyes filled up with tears. Erica ran a hand through her hair in frustration. Ugh, my God, Maddie, I told you to keep up with your things. Maddie played with her fingers. I'm sorry, Mommy. I just wasn't paying attention. There were too many people, and I got so scared. Erica looked down at her little girl, and smiled. She kissed her on the forehead and sighed. It's okay, honey. It's okay, baby. There's a lot of people in here. Gosh, I remember when I was younger and I went to see the Jack. But before she could finish her sentence, she heard a young female scream out, Michael! Suddenly, thousands of fans swarmed in screaming, Michael! 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 Erica was far too familiar with this name, so she grabbed her daughter and ran. She grabbed her daughter's hand and rushed through now an empty candy bar, where the fans had ran from that direction toward the backstage area where they thought they spotted Michael. Her heart was pounding. Her mind was racing. She didn't want to be anywhere near Michael Joe Jackson ever again. She couldn't even... wait, hold on. Oh, I read that wrong. She couldn't even lie, though her body longed for his touch again. I guess he really is a big shot now, huh? Erica sighed and rubbed her face. She took Maddie to the candy bar that was set up to give her some candy. So, which candy do you want, baby girl? Suddenly, Maddie started pulling on her mother's hand and bouncing. Mommy! Mommy, look! It's Mr. Magic Michael! Madison pointed to Michael Jackson, standing in the balcony, waving and clapping his hands. Erica looked up towards the balcony and saw the man that she once was in love with and hadn't stopped dreaming about since she left him that night. All of her emotions immediately came flooding back, and she couldn't handle the thought of him leaving her. Can y'all still hear me? Oh, child. Can you guys still hear me? Because somebody called me and the video went out. So, can y'all hear me well? You guys give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. A thumbs up, a thumbs up. If you guys can hear me well. What is going on with YouTube, child? A thumbs up if you guys can hear me. Okay, y'all can hear me. All right, cool. I don't know why. Okay. So, all of her emotions immediately came flooding back, and she couldn't handle it anymore. She quickly turned away and said, "Come on, Maddie. We're going to be going now." Michael stood in the balcony singing and clapping his hands to his new song, Bad, not noticing Erica and Maddie at all. Michael was swaying and smiling, staring at everyone's screaming his name. Bill standing right beside him. "You actually are the king of pop now. How does it feel?" Bill asked him with a slight chuckle. Michael laughed and turned to him. "It feels one." Michael froze. His words were caught in his throat. "Billie Jean?" he whispered. Michael had looked over Bill's shoulders and seen the mysterious woman of his past standing there. Erica and Michael had locked eyes, and they obviously felt the same pain they thought they locked away forever. Erica grabbed her daughter's arm. "Maddie, let's go. We have to get out of here." It had been 5 years since she last saw him, and she disappeared. In this moment, Michael completely forgot who he was and ran down to Billie Jean. Determined, Michael rushed down the balcony, down the stairs, through the crowd of fans with a dark-colored hoodie on and shades. He just had to see her, with his heart racing, not knowing what Billie Jean's unpredictable words could possibly be. He rushed over to her at the candy bar and tapped on her shoulder. "Billie Jean?" Erica turned around, with her heart racing and pounding through her chest, her lips trembling as she tried to find the words. Shame clouded her mind as she tried to find the right words to say. "Hey." Michael could not believe his eyes. The girl he had longed for and tried to make himself forget was standing right in front of him. I can't believe it's you. It's actually you." Michael just couldn't hide how happy he was. Wait, hold on. I read that wrong. Michael just could not hide how happy he was. Not now. He stared at Erica, then put his face in his hands. "Why did you leave? Why would you do that to me again? Really, Billie Jean, I told you I loved you that night. And I meant every bit of it. God. And obviously, I still do. Isn't that ridiculous?" Erica tried to ignore Michael by walking away. Michael grabbed her and pulled her back to him, grabbing her face. "What is wrong with you, Billie Jean? Is love not enough for you?" Tears started to roll down his cheek. Erica started to feel guilty and just wanted to get away. Child, look, I can't stand bitches, okay? Because it ain't no way somebody's Michael Jackson is going to be pulling on my arm, talking to herself, "Oh, I love you," and go like that, stuff like that, and I'm just going to walk away. Baby. She got some, see, this just goes to show, like, she really got some deep-rooted issues. Because ain't no way. Ain't no way, baby. Look. I'm like, "I love you too, babe. Oh my God, let's get married." Baby, what? Oh, I was about to say, where is my instrumental? Okay, so I'm gonna read that part over because I wanted to have an instrumental on that part, but the computer's being stupid. So Michael couldn't believe his eyes. The girl he had longed for and tried to make himself forget was standing right in front of him. "I can't believe it's you. It's really you. Michael just couldn't be happy, especially not now. He stared at Erica, then he put his face in his hands. Why would you leave? Why would you do that to me again? Really? I told you I loved you, and I meant every bit of that. God. And obviously I still do. Okay? So this is what he said. This is what Michael said to her. And obviously I still do. Isn't that ridiculous? Erica tried to ignore him by walking away, but Michael grabbed her arm and pulled her back to him, grabbing her face. What is wrong with you, Billie Jean? Is love just not enough for you? Tears started to roll down his cheek. Erica started feeling guilty and just wanted to get away. Michael, let go of me. Michael shook his head. No, not again. Not this time, Billie Jean. I wasn't supposed to be here tonight. You know that, right? But something told me to come. It was because of you. We were meant to see each other tonight. So at this point, Michael losing his stuff, y'all. He is just losing his stuff. He don't know what to do with his stuff. You know what I'm saying? He don't know what to do with his stuff at this point. He is just kind of losing it. Because, like, he been wanting to see this girl for a very long time. Exactly, Janessa. She playing hard to get. Because the thing is, when you show a guy that you want him and stuff, they're going to act so dumb and they're going to act like they don't want you. So you got to play with their mind a little bit. Okay. So Michael shook his head. No, not again. Not this time, Billie Jean. I was not supposed to be here tonight. But something told me to come. It was because of you. We were supposed to see each other tonight. He then grabbed her hand and put it on his chest. His hands were shaking at this point. Look at me. Feel my heartbeat. Erica was in shock. Erica's cold hand on his body makes his heart beat even faster. Erica stared at Michael, noticing he was much lighter than she remembered, and his nose changed too. Do you see what you do to me, girl? Do you see how wild you make my heart beat and my thoughts race? Erica just hung her head in shame, knowing she had broke this man's heart. Knowing that she broke this man down that was so desperate to get to love her. Michael, before Erica could get her words out, Maddie came up beside her and tugged on her dress. Look, Mommy, I got 1, 2, and 3. I got 3 candy bars. Just like you told me I would. I told the lady that my daddy died in a fire, a car accident, and then I started crying. So she gave me some cotton candy and some candy bars. The happy little girl showed her mother the snack she had gotten, causing her mother to laugh. Oh, God, Maddie. Good girl, she says, kissing her on the cheek. Once Michael saw that little girl, his eyes got wide. God, she's so beautiful. He went to touch the young girl's hand, but Erica quickly put the child's hand behind her. Maddie began sucking on her thumb, peeking up at Michael. Peeking up at Michael from behind her mother. Maddie was frightened because she didn't recognize Michael behind the dark hoodie and the glasses. Listen, you can sit to me, you can stand in front of me, cry about all of your bullshit, make up all this shit, but do not touch my daughter. Erica's face started to turn slightly red with anger, causing Michael to jump a bit. What is wrong with you, girl? You know I would never hurt her. Michael's frustrations getting the best of him, but he calmed down, noticing the little girl was becoming afraid. Okay, I won't touch her. I didn't even know you had a daughter, honestly. Michael squatted down and smiled at Madison. Hey, Wow, I love your teddy bear. Is that Barney? Madison nodded, still hiding behind her mother. Mm-hmm. Really? I love Barney. He's my favorite besides Mickey Mouse. Madison's eyes sparkle at Michael's words. You like Mickey too? I love Mickey. Michael nodded and smiled. Mm-hmm. I have him all over my house. Oh my goodness. And you have cotton candy? That is my favorite. Mine too. Madison came from behind her mother and handed it to Michael. You can have one. I got it from the old lady over there because I told her that my daddy died in the car accident in the fire. Because I told her that my daddy died in a car accident in the fire. Michael's heart started to get sad hearing that. Oh no, honey. I'm so sorry. You lost your daddy? Madison looked at Michael and giggled. Michael got confused. My daddy isn't dead, silly. I just don't know him. Mommy told me men are just objects, so I don't care if I have a daddy or not. Michael looked at the little girl, confused, then looked up at Erica in rage. It was strange to Michael how this little girl had been raised to think that way. But what bothered Michael the most was how much this little girl actually looked like him. Okay. So at this point, it's a lot happening. So they met back up after all these years. They reconnected and stuff. Okay. After all these years, they reconnected and stuff. And Michael still got feelings for her. He's actually a little bit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for the girl. Okay. That coochie must have led him crazy. Made him a little crazy. Okay. So at this point, Michael is just like, oh my God, like, wait a minute, this girl kind of looked like me. Okay? I'm sorry, let me read y'all comments because I know I stopped a while back. MJ DICK you down and tells you he loves you and you want to run. Like, why you running? You know what I'm saying? Why is you running? All good, Melina. How are you? The apple don't fall too The apple don't fall too far from the tree. Maddie is so cute. I still want to adopt her. She is adorable. Yes, Maddie. Spill that tea, little sis. I will to a teddy. Yes, I want a teddy bear too. I miss my teddy bears. Yes, the madly cute. Big brown eyes. Oop. Okay, so that was chapter 5, y'all. So we're going to go on to chapter 6. Because I did say I do 5, 6, and I think 7 today. Okay, so now this next chapter is called Confrontation. If you want to open up, child. Hold on a second, y'all. My Wi-Fi is tripping. We're going to have a little commercial break while I fix the Wi-Fi, y'all. Okay, I got it. Okay, y'all ready? Now let's go to the next part. Let's see, what is the instrumental I'm going to use? I'm just picking random instrumentals at this point, baby. Okay. So, Michael couldn't help but stare at this little girl, okay? Billie Jean, I have a question. Out of curiosity, how old is Madison? Michael stared at the beautiful child in front of him. His heart felt so full around this beautiful child. Her smile lit up her beautiful face. To him, Madison was an angel. That's none of your business, Jackson, Erica said in irritation, in slight fear, leaking from each word that she said. Michael couldn't understand why she was being so disgusting to him. Everyone on the planet knows how much Michael loves children. Erica knew Michael would never hurt a child. I don't see why you're being so ugly about this. I'm just asking a simple question. Michael stood up, looking into Erica's eyes. And I answered your question, Jackson. Erica rolled her eyes and crossed her arms, obviously not fazed about how irritated Michael was becoming. Before Michael could even open his mouth to respond to Erica's stubborn remark, a tiny voice rang in his ear. I'm 5 years. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm 5 years old. Erica face palmed. Jesus, really, Madison? But Michael looked down at Madison, who had the biggest smile on her face. Michael smiled back, kneeling down again. Wow, you're 5 years old? You're such a big girl, Madison. Michael caressed her cheek, causing Maddie to blush and hide her face in her teddy bear. Michael couldn't help but smile, but something about this whole situation just was not sitting right to him. He pulled her to the side, looking straight into her eyes. Where's her father, Billie Jean? Michael wasn't here to play any games with her. Gosh, look, this isn't any of your business, Michael. Don't worry about things that have nothing to do with you. Just leave us alone. Erica sighed, wanted to just go home now. She never wanted to run into Michael ever again. She never intended on being around him ever again. Erica just wanted to disappear. But I can't help but think that she looks just like me, Billie Jean. And I can't help but feel like you're lying to me about something. Just tell me the truth right now. Erica stared at Michael and broke into laughter. I'm sorry, was that supposed to be like intimidating or something? Oh my God, Michael, your newfound fame has really gotten to your head. No one owes you shit. I'm sorry, Mr. King of Pop. Michael looked a little offended. Look at that little girl, Billie Jean. Her eyes look just like mine. That is exactly how I looked as a child. Michael pointed to Madison, who was sitting in the chair, eating her candy and talking to Bill about how she got it. Erica just sighed. Oh my goodness. I just want to see the show. Look, I don't want anything from you, Michael. I just want to enjoy the concert. I did not come here to see you, okay? I came here to have a good time with my daughter and see a Whitney Houston concert. Michael sighed, looking down and shaking his head. He took off his hood and sunglasses, pushing his curly hair behind his ears. Look at me in the eyes and tell me that little girl is not mine. Okay, sorry, I had to take my glasses off. I had to get all the character stuff. Okay? Okay. Michael's brown eyes sparkled like the stars in the night sky, but they were serious and stood their ground as they stared into Erica's soul. There was something about Michael's eyes that would take your breath away and make even the most powerful king bow to him. Erica reached for Michael's hand, placing one on top of the other, then looked into his eyes. Michael, listen, she began, taking a deep breath. Don't worry about us. Honestly, we're good, and we don't need anything from you, okay? Just let it go. Just live your life as the king of pop. Don't worry about us. Those words were like knives in Michael's chest. He knew the answer, but she was beating around the bush with him. Michael held his chest in pain, and tears began to fill his eyes as he bit his lip. Oh my God. Why didn't you tell me? She is mine, and I had no idea you were even pregnant. You could have called me or found me like you always do. You could have. Before Michael could even finish his sentence, a fan who had been walking around had spotted him. She started to freak out and scream, "Oh my God! You guys, it's Michael Jackson!" Sorry, I had to be dramatic. Okay. Okay. All the color drained from Michael's face. Fins started pouring into the empty corridors. I don't know how to read that word. I don't know. They started charging at him. Michael quickly looked at Bill, who had picked up Madison and made his way over to them. Get them somewhere safe, Bill, Michael yelled out, but he looked into Erica's eyes. We are not done here. Michael nodded to Bill, and he escorted them away, just as the other guards arrived to protect Michael from the crowd. Erica watched as Michael got sucked into the crowd of fans that swarmed around. She just couldn't fathom the fact that a man that powerful was so hung up on her. She wondered about him and what he saw in her. She sighed and just shook her head, whispering to herself, I guess I'll never know. Erica and Madison continued the rest of their night enjoying the Whitney Houston concert, but everything about what happened did not sit right with her. Okay, brief intermission. Okay, so where do we stand with this? How do we feel? Why is Billie Jean so crazy? Okay, like girl, baby, you acting a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and stuff. Like, babe, like he's trying to claim the kid. Most niggas don't want to do that, okay? And he's trying to claim the kid, and you over here talking about some, oh, don't worry about us and stuff. Stop calling him Jackson, right? She's so disrespectful. Like, you either call me Michael Jackson or King of Pop. Don't just separate my name like that. Who you think you is? Oh Lord, I lost my good thing. Oh shit, Billie Jean, it's really yeah, she's a little devilish. That's torture, keeping Michael from his own child. Exactly. Like he didn't do nothing wrong. You just gonna keep him from his child? It's not right. It's not right. Run, Mike, run. Right. He adores children, and you just gonna keep him from his kids? Like, that ain't right, child. Okay, so we're gonna go on. This chapter is actually long, so it's like 2 parts. So we're gonna go to the next part. And in honor of the queen, I must put this on. Hold on. Okay. I have to put this on. Hopefully she don't get me copyrighted, y'all, because then I'm gonna be very upset. Okay. Not the commercials. Okay, so I hope y'all enjoying this so far. If you guys are enjoying this, give this chat a thumbs up. We got 11 people in the chat. 11 people in the chat, you guys. Give this chat a thumbs up if you are enjoying this. Also, if you are enjoying this, you can send a little something to a Cash App because I don't have the badges on here and I don't have a super chat because I'm not at 1,000 followers. The Cash App is OTSVIXEN. Again, that's OTSVIXEN. Okay? Okay. In honor of the queen. I have to. In honor of the queen. Okay? So, it was a bright Saturday morning. Erica twisted around the kitchen. She was dancing and singing I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston. She grabbed a wooden spoon from the kitchen counter. Okay, I was debating if I should act this out, but I'm going to really do it for y'all. Hold on. Okay, only because I really got a wooden spoon where I'm gonna do it, okay? So she is dancing around and she like, hey, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Okay, so she's singing. And next thing you know, Madison Tapper, she's like, Mommy. So she trying to get her mom attention, right? So Madison shouted over the loud music booming through the house, and Erica turned down the music, smiling at her little girl. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, princess. What is it? Madison walked over with her thumb in her mouth and her mother's phone in her hand. Okay, so she walks over. She got her thumb in her mouth. Her mommy's phone in her hand. Mommy, can you zip up my pants, please? Erica smiled, kneeling down to help her daughter. When she finished helping her, she picked her up and started dancing with her. Maddie giggled and laughed as her mom spun her around and swayed her back and forth. Okay? Oops, I got a burp. Y'all wasn't gonna hear that. I'm sorry. No. Okay, excuse me. I'm a lady. Everybody mind their business. Like, you don't burp, bitch. Mind your business. Okay. When the song was over, Madison looked at her mother as she sat down at the table. Mommy, what's an asshole? Erica stopped all her movements, looking at her child. Where in the world did you learn that from, Madison? Erica's voice turned firm and strict. In your phone, right here. Madison said innocently. Someone texted to you, Mommy. Erica snatched her phone and put it in her pocket. Madison, do not read Mommy's text messages ever again. Do you understand me? Erica looked into her daughter's eyes, and Madison pouted. But Mommy, I was just trying to make sure no yucky boys were texting your phone. Remember, all boys have the cooties. Erica wasn't buying it. Erica wasn't buying it, but it was cute. She put her hand on her hip with a smile on her face. That's not the reason you did that, and you know it, Madison. Madison sighed, putting her Eggo waffle in the toaster. Okay, so here's the deal. I want a new Malibu Barbie dream house, and it has 3 stories in it with the super Malibu Barbie pool. And it's in the stores, and I really, really, really wanted it. And you told me that you would go buy it for me, Mommy. But you took too long. So I decided to text Jason, and he said that he would buy it for me. Madison. Madison, we've been through this. Mommy doesn't talk to Mr. Jason anymore. Madison looked up at her mom. I know. I'm sorry. But I was just doing what you told me, Mommy. You said that boys were yucky. They are nothing but money bags. So I made the boy buy me something with his money. Madison threw her hands up in the air and then shrugged. Erica couldn't help but laugh and shake her head. She caressed her daughter's curly hair and smiled. You are such a unique little girl. Like mother, like daughter, I guess. Erica leaned down and kissed Madison on her cheek. Suddenly, the doorbell rang. Confused, Erica dusted off her hands and walked to the door. She touched up her hair in the mirror and by the stairwell and applied some cherry red lipstick to her lips before opening the door. Okay. Let's see who this is. Who could this possibly be at 9 in the morning? She slowly unlocked the door, only to see Michael Jackson standing there. Excuse me. Who could this be at 9 in the morning? She slowly unlocked the door to see Michael Jackson standing there. He had a big, goofy smile on his face, as if he just won a game. He wore a simple red button-up shirt, black slacks, white socks, loafers, and his signature black fedora. His curls sat perfectly on his shoulders and shaped his face perfectly. Erica couldn't lie and say he wasn't sexy beyond all reasons. Because, well, he sure was. Michael, Erica yelled, obviously in shock. All the color had drained from her face, and she was utterly confused. Michael wasn't fazed at all, and he kept that goofy-ass smile on his face. Good morning, Billie Jean. How are you? Michael has his hands crossed behind his back, and he just had this peaceful aura about him. Erica continued to stare at him, surprised. How are you even? Erica stuttered, but she was cut off by Michael's interrupting her kindly. Oh, don't worry about that. Aren't you going to let me in? He smiled, his smile never leaving his face. He had obviously come with a purpose. Michael, how did you find where I lived? This is like stalking in the grandest way. Erica crossed her arms and raised her eyebrows. Michael just let out a playful giggle. It's not stalking, Billie Jean. I'm not here to see you. Erica leaned on the door frame. Oh, is that right, Michael? Michael just nodded, adjusting his hat. Yeah. You see, I gave up on that a long time ago. I'm on to better things and better women. He examined her for a bit, and Erica laughed cockily. Cockily. I can't say the word. Conceitedly, whatever. Well, that's damn near impossible, since I'm one of the prettiest girls out here. Michael looked back in her eyes with the same sturdy confidence he held the entire conversation. You know, I used to think that too, but I was young, dumb, and naive, powerless even. But you see, now I'm 30 years old, and honestly, I have the whole world at my feet right now, Billie Jean, and you're a part of that. His voice was so smooth and slick, he didn't miss a beat. He stood in utter confidence that Erica had never seen Michael do before. He had surely changed, and Erica couldn't help but let her mouth open in shock, and her eyes widened as her face turned red. Look, I'm not one of your silly little fans, Jackson. I could destroy you and your petty little ass career. Don't you mess with me. You don't know who you're messing with. Erica wanted to regain control of the situation, and it was very obvious that she was losing it because, well, Michael just laughed. Calm down. I'm not threatening you. I just came here to see my daughter. Erica let out a laugh. Michael, look, I don't think it's a good idea. Maddie isn't your average kid, and I don't know how she will take all of this information. It's just not good timing. And honestly, we don't need you in our lives. Like, we're perfectly fine. Michael's aura changed with those words, almost like collapse. Michael's aura changed with those words. It was almost like a building was collapsing in his heart. Can I see her? Please. His brown eyes were starting to look sad. It was like you could see his heart beating from outside. Erica sighed. Michael, why do you even want to hang out with her so bad? Michael looked at Erica straight in her eyes, not giving her a chance to look away. I'm going to ask you this once, and only once, Billie Jean. Is Madison my daughter? His eyes filled with tears, making Erica break down a little bit. She sighed and pushed her hair behind her ears. Yes, but Michael cut her off, being more desperate and persistent than ever. But what? But we're fine. We're okay. We don't need you, Michael. We just don't need you in our lives. Just bye. Bye. No, thanks for coming. Get out, Jackson. And don't do it again. Bye. Erica suddenly pushed Michael out of the door and slammed it in his face. Are you kidding me? This girl is incredible, Bill. She's fucking incredible. Michael yelled as his hands began to shake from anger. He began yelling and pleading for her to open the door again. Open this door, Billie Jean. Open it right now. When she didn't, Michael lost all control. He started banging on the door. Billie Jean, open the fucking door. Erica cracked the door with a sly smile. Wow, Michael. I almost thought you were someone else knocking like that. That's kind of hot. I like it when you get aggressive. I didn't know you would be this aggressive, though. Michael sighed and fixed his hat, taking a step back and regaining his composure. Listen, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to become so violent. Erica smirked. Should I drop to my knees, Mr. Jackson? Because the way you were yelling and causing a scene out here, I could have sworn you were Joseph and not Michael. Michael's body froze at the mention of his father's name. He looked obviously uncomfortable and very upset. He walked closer to Erica and got in her face. Don't you ever compare me to my father. I am not my father and I would never be him. Don't you ever do that shit again. Michael was obviously shaking and just overall pissed, but Erica was pushing her limits with him. She stared into his eyes and bit her lip. Damn it, Jackson. She leaned up and kissed Michael, putting one hand on the side of his face. Talk to me like that again, Michael. She grabbed Michael's rather large hand and was about to place it in her panties. But Michael pushed her away and wiped his lips. Stop it! Stop! Michael yelled, stepping away from her. I'm tired of you messing with me. His voice held so much anger and frustration that it even made Erica stop and think about her actions. His insecurities were getting the best of him, and Erica wasn't helping at all. It was clear that Michael had enough of her games that she was playing, and she was tearing him apart inside. Michael sighed and wiped the tear that fell on his cheek. Whatever. It's hopeless anyway. All I wanted was to see my child. Billie Jean. Do you know how many children don't get to see their fathers? Or even their fathers beat their children? And I'm here. And I'm trying to love mine. And you won't let me. But I won't give up. I won't give up. Not now, not ever. You remember that. And with those words, Michael turned and walked back to his car without another word. Okay. And that's okay, so that's chapter 6. That's chapter 6. That's called confrontation. Okay, this chapter 6 is called confrontation. So like I said, you guys, if you want to follow along, this is on Wattpad at Winter 1206. That's my name on Wattpad, and the name of the story is called I Am Billie Jean. Okay, I Am Billie Jean. I think I got a good acting voice. Like my voice acting is good and stuff. Okay, so see, it's hard for me to act this out because I'm reading it. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm thinking is probably tomorrow when I read it. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna read it tomorrow. I'm gonna jot down notes and I'm gonna actually act it out, probably from the beginning, because like I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. I'm just talking right now, y'all. I hope Maddie breaks the mold. Bitch, he didn't ask you how you were doing. He want to see his baby girl. Exactly. He want to see his kid. He don't care about you. He want to see his kid. He want to see his kid. She doing the most. Millie covered her eyes again. Why she gaslighting? Exactly. She being mad, disrespectful. Like, don't you dare bring Joseph into this. Like, Joseph ain't got nothing to do with this hoe. You asking for your ass beats. That's what you asking for. Okay? At 1-800-SLAP that bitch. Y'all is stupid. I can't. Tori, you are hilarious. Is there a speed down? Right. Okay, because she need to get her ass beat. Her and Michael are messy. They very, very messy. Okay, they're very messy. And listen, y'all gotta pay attention to everything that happens in this story, because this story is connected to part 2, which is called Somebody's Fool, and then these two stories will be merging. Okay, called The Merch. That's the name of the next story. Okay, so y'all gotta pay attention to the details and stuff. I love this story. Thank you, Cherie. Thank you. Okay, so that part, period of. Okay, so we're gonna go to chapter 7. Chapter 7 is called Reality Check. Okay, quick commercial break while we get this to load. Okay, y'all. So we are back. So this is chapter 7. We need to take a sip of this wine. So many emotions in this story. And that's why I said this story is relatable. Like, this is real life shit that happens. Like, like, especially, if you got like some issues with the dude, like, you know what I'm saying? But in this case, the dude trying to be in the kid life. So I wouldn't hold the kid against him. But if he was trying me, I would though. I probably would. I don't know. It depends. Okay. Okay, let's get into the next part. Okay, so this part is very emotional. Trigger warning. Okay, trigger warning. After Michael left, Erica closed the door and leaned against him. She sighed. She thought about what had just happened and realized that deep down in her heart was breaking. She hated everything she had just done to Michael. But most of all, she hated being the reason he had changed and the reason he cried. Erica knew there was chemistry between them. There was a burning passion that flowed through her body every time their lips met. Erica hated seeing herself destroying this relationship, destroying the man she loved so much. She leaned her head back and closed her eyes in defeat. God damn it, Erica. Why do you keep doing this to him? Why does his presence make you go crazy? A single tear started to run down her face, and her breathing became more and more shallow. She could feel an anxiety attack forming inside of her as her hands began to shake and her heart began to pound. Her mind began racing as she thought of Michael in many different scenarios, where she was sad or just hurt. Where he was sad or just hurt himself in some way because of her actions. But through all of this, the images that played in her mind, her mother's words repeated themselves over and over like a broken record. She grabbed her hair and leaned against the wall again, wanting it all to just end. Her sobs came out louder than intended to, no matter how hard she tried to suppress them. A small voice broke through the scary place that is Erica's thoughts. Mommy? Mommy, what's wrong? Erica looked up and saw Madison walking closer to her, with her arms out, ready to hug her crying mother. Madison's eyes were full of tears from seeing her mother break down. It's okay, Mommy. Don't cry. Madison begged, looking up at her mother. Oh, sweetie. I ruined everything. I'm so sorry, Madison. Erica smiled and got on her knees, picking up her baby. Your mommy's little princess. I'm okay. Erica held her daughter and slowly began to calm herself down. Once she was fully calm, Erica looked at Madison with a smile. Thank you for saving me, baby girl. Thank you for saving me, baby girl. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, here it go. Madison smiled and stood like a superhero, puffing out her chest. Yes, Mommy, I will always save the day for you. Erica laughed, kissing her little girl. My little superhero. She picked Madison up, taking her back to the kitchen to finish her lunch. Mommy, can we watch a TV? Madison asked her mother innocently. Erica nodded and grabbed the remote. She wanted to get her mind off of Michael and everything that just happened with them. Let me check the news, baby, and let me see what's on. Erica began turning on the TV, and she turned to Channel 7 News. The news was on for about 5 minutes before they changed topics to pop culture. An alert came across the screen, and the reporter came on the screen. Breaking news, everyone. The King of Pop is at it again. Okay, the King of Pop is at it again. Michael Jackson will be having a world premiere tour, okay, to celebrate his world premiere music video. Did I get that right, John? Okay. Michael Jackson will be premiering his music video, Bad, okay? And after that, he will be releasing the album Bad. So everyone stay tuned for his amazing greatness, the King of Pop. It's Telly on MTV News. Oh, wait, no, it's Channel 7 News. Y'all know what I mean. I was getting a character. My bad. Okay, so Erica's eyes got wide, and she slammed her hand on the counter. She just couldn't control her anger, and her hands started to shake all over again, and she started to turn red. She just wanted to forget him, but it was everywhere. He was everywhere. Erica grabbed the glass, parted the blender, and threw it across the kitchen, causing it to make a loud shatter noise. Get out of my head! Get out of my head! The sound scared little Madison. She was used to her mother's outbreaks, but she still wasn't used to the loud sounds that came with them. Madison put her crayon down and got up from the seat, careful not to step in the glass, then ran to her mother, who was now sitting on the floor with her head in her hands. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. I don't want to see you anymore. I don't want to see you. Leave me alone. Oh. Mommy, are you okay? Madison asked her mother. When she got no reply, she crawled into her mother's lap. Mommy, should I call somebody? Should I call Jason? Mommy, let's just take a nap, okay? Madison said as she started to clean the smoothie that had got all over her mother's face, arms, and hands. It's okay, Mommy. You don't have to be sad anymore. When she was done, she stood up and grabbed Erica's hands and helped her to her feet. Madison smiled and gestured her mother to the couch as she held her hand. Erica laid on the couch and sighed, wiping her tears. The small child kissed her mother's lips, then covered her in her tiny Mickey Mouse blanket that was thrown all over that was thrown over the couch side. Here we go. Take a nap, Mommy. Madison loves you. Hugging her mother and wiping the smudge makeup from under her eyes. Erica had completely zoned out, but this was a normal thing for Madison. When she finally snapped out of it, she saw that her daughter was acting more mature and more of an adult in this situation than she ever could. Erica looked into her daughter's eyes and saw how brave she truly was. Erica smiled and pulled her close. Mommy loves you so much, Maddie. Madison giggled and hugged her mother. I love you too, Mommy. But it's nap time. Madison smiled, pulling the blanket back over her mother's shoulder. Night, night, Mommy. Erica kissed her head and then lay down, slowly drifting off into a deep sleep. Okay, so yeah, this part got a lot of parts to it, so I'm gonna just read y'all comments real quick. So adorable. She is. She's very, very adorable. Oh, these little teddy bears are so cute. She's the sweetest thing. Poor Maddie. Right? Now, this is okay, so a part of this story, I wanted to explore like mental health, right? And anxiety attacks and panic attacks and breakdowns and blackouts and stuff like that. So that is very much a part of the story. This is real life situations. This really happens to people. Okay, when the child kind of has to become the adult because the adult has so many mental issues that they haven't handled, right? Which is why we should always take care of our mental health first, because we have to be there for our children. And yes, we will have moments where we break down, of course, you know what I'm saying, and that's perfectly fine. But to have that moment, like to have Madison have that moment where her mom, where she's just like, you know what, like she raised her well enough for her to be an adult in that situation and kind of handle it, you know. So I thought that was sweet. Okay, now this is a few hours later. The alarm on Erica's phone went off, causing Erica to jump up awake and look around. Maddie, Maddie, she said, jumping up from the couch. She had forgotten everything from the day before. All she knew was that she had another breakdown and then she blacked out. Baby girl, where are you? She made her way up the stairs to Madison's room and burst through the doors. Madison! She looked around until her eyes finally landed on her sweet baby girl, sleeping soundly in her bed. Erica let out a deep sigh. Oh, thank God. She walked over to Madison's sleeping form and held her. The movements made Madison stir, then slowly wake up. Mommy, she said, rubbing her eyes and then yawning. Yes, baby girl, Erica whispered, pushing Madison's hair back. When you fall asleep, I'll tuck you in and then I'll clean up the stove and all of the glass that were on the floor. Erica looked down at the little girl in her arms. She wondered how could a 5-year-old girl be so grown, so mature, such a young lady. She smiled gently. Thank you, princess. Now go back to sleep for a little while, okay? We had a rough night. Erica laid down next to Madison and sung into her ear. Until she softly drifted off to sleep. Erica stared down at the child and sighed as she whispered, I hope you don't turn out anything like me. The kid's voice is too cute. I'm crying. Thank you very much. No, I'm saying that's my little kid voice. That's my little kid voice. I can put on a little kid voice sometime. You know. Thank you. Okay, so now this is 4 weeks later. Okay, y'all. So 4 weeks later, let's see what happens. I need an instrumental. Okay, 4 weeks later. Y'all ready? These fucking commercials. They killing me. Y'all killing me with this stuff. Okay, 4 weeks later. So, it had been about a month since Erica had heard anything from Michael. But little did she know that was about to all change. It was around 5:30 a.m. when the loud sounds of construction filled the streets of Maple Road. Erica tossed and turned as the construction sound continued to boom through the house. Madison, who was sleeping next to her mother, whined in her sleep and cuddled up at her mother for some sort of protection. Erica covered her with a blanket as if that was going to protect her from the loud sounds. Erica opened her eyes and squinted as she checked the time. Now, what in the hell are they doing? 5 o'clock in the morning. She stood up and pulled on her silky red robe and fluffy red slippers and then stormed downstairs and outside the house. Okay, so when I have to play mini characters, I'm going to turn my camera off. When she stepped outside, she saw men in yellow hats everywhere. She was shocked, but she wanted to get down to the bottom of this. She walked over to a man in a construction hat and tapped his shoulder. Excuse me. The man turned around and smiled at Erica. Well, hello, little lady, the man said with a smirk, but Erica wasn't in the mood. Why are you idiots making so much noise at 5 in the morning? God damn it. Erica looked very angry, and she wanted answers. The man and the men around him looked at one man with blueprints in his hands, who was shyly laughing. That man was no other than, drumroll please, Michael Jackson, okay? Michael just stood there with a mischievous smile on his face as he looked up at her. He was wearing a white shirt, blue jeans, and Timberland boots. A yellow construction hat sat on top of his head, and of course, his curls looked simply amazing. That's why Erica didn't notice him at first. He wasn't dressed as his usual King of Pop gear. She couldn't say she was upset to see him see like she couldn't say she wasn't upset to see him. She just longed to be around him most days or even just touch him. What could she say? She was in love with this man. Erica, how nice of you to join us, Michael said, a smile spreading across his face. It only made Erica even more angry than she already was. What the hell do you think you're doing here? Michael seemed to smile much bigger, if that was even possible. He ignored her question and began giving her orders again. He ignored her questions and began to give orders on what they were going to do next. Erica grabbed his arm and turned him to her. Michael, she yelled, tired of the games he was playing. Yes, Erica? I'm kind of busy right now, you see? Michael said with a sassy tone. Busy? Busy doing what exactly? What are you doing here, Michael? Erica folded her arms. Her face remained stern. Michael just looked at her with the same goofy-ass smile that he had before. Well, you see, I'm building something. When she stopped, where the hell did you... Wait a minute. Where the hell did you even learn my name from? Michael smiled but didn't answer her. It's a very beautiful name. Much better than Billie Jean. Erica rolled her eyes. Anyway, what could you possibly be building right now in my neighborhood? Michael just bursted into laughter. It was simply like music to Erica's ears. She didn't show it, obviously. Did I say something funny, Jackson? Michael kept laughing as he looked at her. Yeah, actually, you did. All the construction workers around them began to laugh as well. This caused Erica to get very embarrassed and confused. What the hell is so funny? Why are you guys laughing? Michael, why are these assholes laughing so hard? Michael held his stomach, not being able to stop laughing. One of the construction workers pulled himself together and looked at Erica through his giggles. The only person's neighborhood this is Michael Jackson's. Okay, so that is, let me see. Well, how long we been going? Oh, we going? Okay, so we good. Okay, so this is chapter 8. Oh, no, wait, this is chapter 7. Chapter 7. Okay, so we're going to stop here. I'm going to drop the link in the chat for anybody that would like to call in and discuss the story, okay, and get into some things, okay? So basically, if you are confused on what happened, Michael bought the neighborhood, okay? He bought a whole neighborhood. She don't want to give him the kid. She don't want him to see the child, okay? So Michael said, bitch, I'm going to buy your neighborhood, and I'm going to see my kid whenever I want to see my kid. And that's just how we going to do it. Because you're not going to play with me like this some little ass game. I'm going to see my kid when I'm going to see my kid. Period. And that is how Michael got his revenge on Billie Jean. Like, she thought she was just going to play games with son. Like, baby, you got the wrong one. It's the King of Pop, okay? He got ties. He got ties in the community, okay? Sorry, let me read y'all comments. I want to read y'all comments. I am loving this story. Thank you so much, Gigi. This is one of my favorite stories. Love this part. Michael shows who's boss. Yes, period. It's so sexy. how he shows who's boss. Michael and Tim's. Oh damn, right, girl. Like Michael is some tears or some blue jeans. Okay, Daddy, like what's up? What's up? She said, "Wait, oop." The link is in the chat, you guys, for anybody that would like to join and kind of just get into discussion about the whole story. Thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. I'm my little king things. Damn Skippy, he done bought the whole dang neighborhood. Cause you not gonna play with that king of pop. Like that's the king of pop. You not gonna play with him like that. Okay, so that is chapter 7. Okay, you guys. So we read 3 chapters today. How many did we read the first day? Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. So we doing 3 chapters a day. We doing 3 chapters a day. So tomorrow I will read 8, 9, and 10. Okay. This story is crazy, yo. Like, I mean, Michael really bought the whole neighborhood on her. Like, baby girl, what you not gonna do is like play with me and my kid, okay? So basically, Michael wanted to show her who's the boss. She thought she had all the control. She thought she had Michael. She thought she had all the power. And Michael said, "I'm gonna show you who's bad. Cause you ain't bad, mama. You don't even know what it is to be bad. Okay, you don't even know what it is to be bad. But I'm gonna show you who's bad. Okay, and that's what he did. And that's on period. So, okay, if nobody's gonna call in, I'm going to head out. Okay. Guys, make sure you like this video, give it that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends if you are enjoying this story. I know the first part was a little bit explicit, but girl, if you're MJ Perfect, you're gonna like it. If you're not, then just watch this part because there wasn't no 6 scenes in this part. Okay, y'all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really do. Please drop a comment in the comments. Put your favorite part of the story. You guys don't be leaving comments. It's a little shady. I don't know. You gotta leave comments for us. This, you know what I'm saying? Show us some love and stuff. Okay. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and share this with a friend. Have a wonderful night, you guys.